Welcome to another Farmtown Misadventure with Charlie Many Layers and JJ. In this episode, we'll be looking at Farmtown Trains Part 3. We will be looking at long trains that go around one curve. Enjoy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, did we get everybody? Yep. Now you'll notice, I mentioned in part 2, the long cars, which are your farm cash cars, you really don't have a lot of play where you put them. You have to put them real close. With them, we would take and move them up to next to each on the track where it was going to be until it went red, and then we backed up one or back up that way, whichever. With the decoration cars, which are coins, they're not as sensitive. They don't have, they can, there's lots of things you can do with them. You can actually vary your length just a little bit by having them real close for compact, or spread them out a little bit. As you can see, they're not evenly there, but that's okay, because what we're going to do is, we know that that's working down through there. Now we're going to make a left-hand turn with our train, because we don't want to interfere with this one over here. That and there is already hooked, and we're going to bring a switch like I did there, but we may just make it a curve, but we'll see how it comes out. But this train car right here will be my last straight one on this line. My next one's going to be down in the direction like what this is. And I'm going to take and come over here, and I'm going to buy a couple of them. And that's these here. Okay. And they're going to go down here somewhere. And the reason I say somewhere, because it all depends on exactly where that curve is. But we'll get there as soon as we get there. And I'm going to take and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one out. And put him over here. Okay? Now you're going to say, why in the world did I do that? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and rotate my locomotive to where I'm going in that direction. Okay? And I'm going to set him right here. Because, like I say, my next car, and you'll see when I click, or when I mouse over on him, now I'm not connected to those, but I'm connected to this one. And the reason I'm doing that is because we're going to sashay up this direction. And in fact, I'm going to use this one here. No, I'm going to use one of these cars. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate him. And I've purposely chosen this curve because using the turn or the curves cars like this one and that one, is much easier for me. The worst curve there is the one that we're going to do right now. And I'm going to set him here. And just for fun's sake, we're going to take and move that track so that we can, and we're going to come in closer so we can see what we're doing. Okay, that's a good spot for it, right on top of Junior. Anyway, okay, now we're going to see if we can take and just move this, and you'll notice we come up here and there might be a good spot right there, but because I have the locomotive there, I can check it with my mouse over the locomotive, and I can see that on the first try I got it. I have at times spent weeks trying to do one of those. But hey, let's not rest on our laurels too big here now, because next we have to connect something to it, because a curve involves 3 cars, not just one. So we're going to say maybe right about there. Okay, and where's my mouse? My mouse goes up there. Come on, mouse. Hey, mouse. And as you can see, it didn't do it. And right here, I'm going to take something I do a lot of times is, because my eyesight is bad, I take and I switch around my grounds, and that's what I'm going to do right now with it on this pale colored one. When I've gone back and reviewed some of the earlier videos, I have seen that I actually had them connected a lot sooner than I thought. I especially like that dark brown cover. I like this one right here. And you'll see why here in a second. Okay, there it is. Now you see how well that lights up? There's no mistaking that it is lit. Now we're going to look at this one here in relation to there, and you'll see that these curves, these wheels, go just about even with that. So we're close. Now sometimes you have to just, I'm going to try it right there. Nope. And I generally have better luck doing this way. And there we are, without having the track there. However, having just said that, sometimes it does help to put the track there, having it here, connecting it there, and then once you get it properly seated under the locomotive, then you pretty well know where the next track down here is going to be. But as you can see, with me moving this thing back and forth, the track coming this way, which would be one of these, where does it say? I know there's got to be one here by one. Yeah, I'm going to buy several. Okay. And I'm going to just lay them down here for the time being. Okay. Because once you have that established, then you can put one of these underneath that train there and bring him up to just about there. And I see I don't have it underneath him. So if I'd already laid that track down and put it where I had it there, that would have been the wrong spot. It would have not come out there. And that's the reason I like to make the curve actual connection before I put the track there. I forget my own rules, and sometimes I don't do that, but that is the better route. Now, next thing we need to do is go and select our turnout, our switch there. So we go to the store, and we look for track. Actually, we can look at switch. I think. And you notice they do have some elevated ones. And that's all they're going to show me? No. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Okay, well, no, we don't worry about idles or stuff of that nature, as you know. Okay, this ain't it. This is not it. That's not it. This is not it. This is not it. Boy, we're right. Oh, here he is, right here. Right here. See? Now, the trick is going to be, is we know where that is up there, and so we want to line them all up there. And that looks like it's going to be right there. And you'll notice while we was doing that, this here almost disappeared. But that doesn't look too shabby, folks. Except for one little minor detail. We got a gap there, but we always got a filler for gaps. We're gonna bring this up here, but we don't want it to come in down into here. Well, this is a switch, so it fills in either way. But this one here, if we had it too far, like that, even though we're on the rails, that look awful bad. So you want to be sure and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and lay some track, but I'll pause and we'll finish this up. Okay, while I was gone, I went through and extended this track down here, and we turned our cars around so they'll match. Now you'll notice we still got this one sitting here like this. The reason we do is, remember, this locomotive is turned around that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn him around again, and we're rotate him. And now he is going to be coming down this way, because he needs to go in here to double check that curve. Okay, now, so we click here, And yes, we still have those 3 cars connected. Now let's see what happens when we take this guy and put him right back where he was originally. Right about there. And mouse over. And voila. We now have there. Here we go. Okay. Now we mouse over here. And you can see we have a fairly long train. And for all practical purposes, once we reach that point there, we can make it almost as long as we want, because we can always come on down this line. But that's how you do it. Oh, I know what I have to do. Hello. Back up, Charlie. We got to put a long car in here, don't we? Just to make sure we can do it. So we move our locomotive back, and I can set him anywhere here. I'll set him down here. Don't even have to be. I like to usually have at least, well, I always have a decoration car and a decoration car and a decoration car. Those 3 are always decoration cars for me. Now, can you do a farm cash train car? We're going to find out. I want to move him. I may wish I hadn't done this. But can you use this one? Okay, I'm going to have to zoom in here, folks, because I don't want Junior to get in my way. And okay, here's my car, and I back up on the rail, and let's see if we are connected. I probably should have done that while that locomotive was on the other end, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, we're going to move him. And we're going to set him right there. Now, as you recall, we got to be fairly close. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens now. Bingo. We're there. Now, if your eyes are real good, you could probably lay your track, and by varying the length or spacing between the cars, match it to pretty well anything you want. I've never, as a general rule, I don't do that. I just do it as it is. But as you'll see in a future video, sometimes I have to do that. Once we're to that point, we've got the train completed at whatever length we want to make it until we come to another curve. While we have it here, why don't we dispatch this train? And of course we can do it from here, bring him up here, and of course it's not going to show all those decoration cars. And right now we're not dispatched yet, so it doesn't show anything. But we're going to dispatch. Come back here. Dispatch. And it says it's been done. And you'll notice now that this is dimmed out. And when we bring it over here, we can see that we have we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Now there is a little malfunction in this thing. There's 8, and then I bring it down, that's 10. 12. Okay, now watch these two guys here. If I click one more time, it bounces up and then right back down. So we have 12 cars on this train. And it is dispatched. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you, and have a great day.